put them muscles in your face. How do you do that? I said, I don't know. He said, you have a gift. This is my gift. Guys, this is my gift. What's yours? That's all I have, right? That's all I got. And he said, if you can do it with that side, can you do it with the other side? I said, I don't know, I've never tried. He said, well, think about it and focus on how my hand is! He goes, that's incredible. And I said, I know, that's amazing. I found my superpower. I found my signature move, really. Everybody has a signature move. It's something that makes everyone know who you are, and it makes it so that either people love to be around you or it drives them crazy. It's just one of those things, and that's what my thing is. That just drives me crazy. And so I went to school and I started to mess with people, and it made them laugh, and that was cool. And then this gets old after a while, doesn't it? I mean, I can only make you laugh so long. So why would I stop working on that? I decided to keep going, keep practicing. And I found out I could do a wave. Oh, what about the eyebrows? Oh, yeah. What about the bottom lip? That would be cool. Oh, yeah. I know, isn't that weird? But that would make me different. Practice that every day. And you all have something like that you do. Maybe it's not a face, because that's mine. Maybe yours is the ability to grasp the concept of math, which just makes no sense to me. Maybe it's to be able to be the leader in the room. Maybe it's that person that makes everyone feel comfortable. Oh, there's someone alone at the table. I'm going to go sit with her today. Maybe that's you. What's your gift? What's your talent? What gets you in your heart? When I do this, that makes people laugh, and it gets me in my heart, gets them in theirs too. And why would I stop there? I can do 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, right? But what about the nose? I've got to do the nose, right? This took me 8 years. 8 years of practice to figure out the nose. Isn't that cool? I love using that. I would go to the restaurant and I'd ask the lady would be like, what do you want to eat? And I'd just be like, just some lettuce. I just need a carrot. It's fun to mess with people. That's what I'm on this earth for, is to make people smile. And so that's my goal. What is yours? How do you figure it out? How do you use it every day? I hope that you're thinking about it. Because guess what? You have talents I don't have. And I have talents you don't want. So what makes you unique? How do you use it all the time? I hope that you're thinking about it as I'm doing this. But you can imagine that my poor teachers, I drove them crazy with this because I didn't know how to use this superpower. When we find out we have a superpower or a signature move, we sometimes use it for the wrong. The teacher would have their back turned and writing on the board, and they'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, eh. And the teacher's like, stop it! Who's doing that? Stop it. This is school. There'll be no fun here. Jeez. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. And then they'd find out it was me, and I'd go to the principal. You know, they're like, what did you do? I'm like, stop it. Okay. Don't do that. Okay. Go to the principal. She's like, what'd you do this time? I don't know. Sit in the corner. Stare at everybody in here. And the faculty around like, can I eat my donut in peace and quiet? Awesome. And so then, holy heavens, it's hot here. I think I'm going to pass out. So then, I had a teacher in 3rd grade who finally figured me out. First day of school, I made everybody laugh so hard, the teacher goes, come here. Come here, come out in the hall.
Yeah.
You're the class clown, huh?
Yeah.
We don't have a class clown.
Yeah, you do.
We have leaders in our class.
No, but I'm not a leader. I'm the class
No, you're the leader. You can make everybody laugh or everyone be quiet. And if you make everyone laugh while I'm trying to teach, it ruins it. So you're now the leader.
I'm not a leader.
No, you're the leader.
I'm not a leader.
You're the leader.
Okay.
So he told me, let's go back in class. Let's see what happens. If you're quiet for an entire day, I'll give you time at the end to perform a show. Ooh, smart teacher, right? He knew what I wanted. I just wanted to be up front like, hey, everybody! Right? And so we went back into class, and he goes, you're the leader. Hope everyone be quiet. I'm like, okay. I go back in. Jason, that was like 10 seconds. You can't be the leader if you can't be quiet for 10 seconds. So let's try again tomorrow. And so every single day we tried. 2 months went by until I had my chance. Then he said, Jason, you've been good all day. Come to the front and do a show for us. It was the end of school. It was Halloween. I was so excited. I ran up to the front and I'm like, and that was my Pee Wee Herman, and he goes, don't do that, that's illegal in every school. I'm like, and so then he said, do something else. I could do the voices that I've been working on. Mickey, Donald, Goofy, you know, all those cool voices. So I was like, Mickey and I, oh boy, hi everybody, Mickey Mouse here. Oh, where's Goofy? Oh, where's Mickey? Oh, where's Donald? And I was like, yeah, and it was like, I'm in my heart, right? Even if I looked weird and stupid and silly. But everyone enjoyed it, and I felt cool. And I got to do my show. And so I'd like to take you guys back to my 3rd grade class, the very first time I got to do this. You guys are the students. This is my first time on stage, and I was so excited. I got to actually show my friends how to do sounds and voices. I want you guys to help me, but you have to get in your heart to try it. Don't look at the person next to you and think, I'm going to just do it if they do it. I want you to just go for it. Who's ready to say, yeah? Yeah! We'll say, oh, help me. I'm going to say the name of an animal. You make the sound that it makes. It goes like this. Oh, the dog goes. That was like 12 people out of like 700 people. Like, woof. Okay. I need more. Oh, the dog goes. Well, that was good. That was good. Whatever else over here, that was good. Most of you are like, and then one guy's like, okay, good. That was good. Very nice. And then one was like, I don't know who got bitten by the, it was like, okay, that was awesome. Oh, the cat goes. I know. You guys are like, yeah. I don't know how many cats, what your cat is like at home, but it's like, you walk into your house after school, you're like, hey kitty, I'm here. The cat's on the couch like, That's your good, that's what I'm saying. Alright. Oh my heck, the hairball runs away. Okay. Oh, the cow goes. Nice. Oh, that was awesome. That sounded just like a cow from Sacramento. Very nice. What kind of disease does we have? I don't know. That was good. Oh, the horse goes. I swear they teach us neigh in kindergarten. It's like, why do you even tell us that? Have you ever walked up to a horse with a carrot? You're like, here's a carrot, it's all. Neigh. It doesn't happen. You read the Bible? No. No. It doesn't happen. You walk up to a horse, it's like, it's a horse. Come on, you gotta go for it. I need your help. Oh, the horse goes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, the screaming eagle goes. Very nice. I was waiting for somebody to stand up and be like, okay, but it didn't happen. All right, next time. That would be rad, right? That's what an eagle sounds like. Coming down to attack the fish. It's like, okay. Did I feel awesome that day that I got to perform for my friends? Yes. That was the first time I ever felt actual success at school. Because at school, it made no sense to me. Math, like I said, made no sense ever. And sitting still for a whole day for 8 hours made no sense to me. And yet I had a teacher who believed in me, who said, hey, why don't you just be quiet, and you'll be the leader, and then at the end of the day you can do a show. And I went, okay, and that worked. So think about yours. What is yours for you? When do you get in your heart, and how? And how can you spread that joy of you being in your heart, using your signature moves, those things that only you can do, that makes the world a better place? Remember, I was walking down the hall at a 17-year-old. How many of you are 17? Where are my 17-year-olds? Right now, right. That's awesome. And so I was walking down the hall, 17, feeling pretty good about myself. I had my Letterman jacket on with my basketball. I was going to be a basketball star. I was going to play in the NBA. I grew up in Utah. I wanted to be on the Utah Jazz. That was my goal. I just wanted to play basketball. And I'm walking down the hall and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I had my ball. Because I always carried my basketball and I could do fun little tricks with it, you know, I could spin it and make it, you know, I could like mess with this thing. It was so fun to play basketball. I'm walking down the hall feeling pretty good about myself. I'd just been offered a full ride scholarship to BYU, which was the school I wanted to go to, and I was so excited. And as I was walking down the hall, I felt good in my heart. And I'm smiling at everybody, you know, like, hey, good to see you. Hey, good to see you. Hey, life is beautiful. And accidentally the song came out of my heart that was inside it, and it came right out of my voice. I was singing in the hall, and this is before Glee, so it made no sense why I was doing this. People behind me are like, oh, it didn't happen, but I imagined it. And then all of a sudden, the door to the choir room flies open and this lady goes, Mrs. Hall, the choir teacher, she said, who's singing in the woo? Who's singing in the woo? And I thought, I thought she was a raptor coming to attack me, right? Because I was in my heart like, and she's like, who's singing the woo? Right? I'm going to the principal, hold out. And she goes, come into my classroom. You have a gift. I have a gift. Now my gift is this. And she goes, don't come and do that in my presence. So I went into her classroom. She's this lady from Wales. She had a thick accent. Sing for me, young man. You have a beautiful voice. I said, no, I'm a basketball player. I don't sing. I just was whatever in the hall. I know it's weird. I'm sorry. I meant no. And she goes, you have a gift. I had it. It's all the way from your toes to your head. Sing for me. And so I said, well, when I hear the radio, I just sing what I hear. She said, then do it. Let me hear. So I did. I did Alvin the Chipmunks. You guys remember these guys? I can't believe I did this as my audition for my teacher. But I went for it. I decided to get out of my head and worry that if, you know, it didn't really matter, because if she didn't like me, it didn't matter. I just had to go to my heart and be like, this is what I like, this is what I do. And I went for it. Christmas, Christmas time of love, time, mouth to sing. I went, okay. So she pulled me out of every class she felt I didn't need. She pulled me out of everything. It kind of ruined part of my life, but it was awesome because she wanted me in men's choir and mixed choir. I was in women's choir for 2 days. It felt like, but it didn't work. But it was awesome. She just was exploring my voice to see what I could do. And the next thing I knew, I could listen to the songs on the radio and I could kind of sing a little bit like those voices. And the next thing I knew, I was performing in Las Vegas, doing voices like some of the great classics. I hope you know who this is. This is Louis Armstrong. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They really saying, yes, I love you, I did, Vegas to ride. I watch them go, do-we-do, they're much more years than I ever know, and I think to myself, do-do-be-do-do, what a wonderful world, no, yes, do-do-be-do-be-do-do-do, yes, I think to myself, do-do-be-do, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah, da 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 da. The next thing I know, I'm being hired by corporations all over the world to come and perform, and to perform as me doing my silly versions of other people's songs. Like they'd say to me, can you do Lady Gaga, but we want it to be for children? And I'd say, that's kind of weird, but yeah, I can try. So they wanted me to change music in order to fit what they wanted it to sound like for their convention. Does this make sense? So they would say, do a children's version of it. And so I'd say, okay, let's try it. So I'm going to completely change the Lady Gaga song for you guys. You'll never hear it the same way again. Here we go. Sometimes we have to fail our way to finding success. Some of the greatest players that we've ever seen, basketball or any other sport, They had to fail their way to the top. Abraham Lincoln lost pretty much every election before he became president. How is this possible? He just never gave up. So decide now today what you want to be and what kind of legacy you want to leave. Because if we can live in our heart, if we can go for whatever beat in your heart is. For some of you, it might be playing video games. Awesome. For some of you, it might just be hanging out with your friends and the ladies. Awesome. What is your thing that gets you in your heart? And how can you actually make a difference right now today for those people around you? I want you guys to right now stand up for me because we're going to close this assembly out with a fun piece right now. Here's what I need. I need you right now to help me out. I want you to go from your heart and we're going to dance, we're going to have fun, but don't get stuck in your head. So often we're too concerned with everyone else thinks. And I'm going to give you guys a chance right now. You're going to get to come right up to the front of the stage, right in front here, and you get to do a dance that everyone can do with you. Something you can lead us in. If you're ready and willing to go for it, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start to do the moves, and I need you guys to follow me exactly. Are you ready? I see a lot of you doing it. Think about if you're in your head and why you're not doing it. If you aren't doing it, just think about how.
Why aren't you doing it?
And watch your shoulders.
Think about it.
Good job, everybody. Give them a round of applause. Guys, I want you to think about how often somebody who's given you permission to actually be yourself, to be who you are. These guys just went for it, and I applaud them. I know that there are many of you that up there that are like, I don't want to do that. I understand. What's your thing, though? What gets you in your heart? Whatever it might be. I want you guys right now to pair and share real quick. I want you to turn to the person next to you and say, this is what I have in my heart. Just tell them when you're good at something. Tell them what you're good at. Go for it.
Still looking for it.
The Link crew makes us feel comfortable as freshmen